Thursday Levitaton morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? So this is a crazy Rapture Dream. Okay, this is freaking crazy. I don't know how to describe this to you. But we're gonna get to this real quick. All right, we're gonna get to this. So I just want to say thank you for all your support, man, and getting me to 309 subscribers. You saw I did a video. I shouted you guys out with a comment video. I talked, about you guys. I shared your comments with the world and on my channel, and it was just my way of saying thank you to you. So thank you so much for your support and your love and your kindness. It means so much to me. You just have no idea. It just means so much to me. Okay, and I know in times like this, it's just really hard with the whole coronavirus and everything spiraling out of control. And go through air conditioners, and then we got the election about to happen where Trump's trying to cheat and crap because he's getting his butt kicked. It's like, it's really sad. It's just really sad, but you know what? It's just not gonna work. But I just want to say thank you and for all your support. And as well as you do know, I did do the no damage run for Dead Cells on 1 BC and 0 BC. Uh, the Cursed Sword run, no damage. I did the 0 BC, and I came back around and I did 1 BC with the Cursed Sword run. You can go check those out. Yeah. Alright, thank you so much support. I got I guess he's screaming if it's like coming up now, but definitely got his so fucking hell, it's really cool. It's the game grids that was awesome, dude. But yeah. So we're gonna get to this. So I even have other Rapture Dreams I haven't even uploaded yet. I'll be uploading. So let's get to the Rapture Dream. So pretty much this took off where I was on a bike, and I was riding down where I used to live in Aliso. And that's like where I grew up and everything, pretty much my whole life. I was riding down my bike, and I was going to my old house. It was dark, and I saw like everybody out. I saw Vincent, I saw Maddie, I saw Raymond, I saw all my old little friends, just like, those skateboards and stuff playing around. And that's how it was when I used to be at my old place. I miss it so much, and I miss those memories that just make me cry, man. Just going back to the times of just knowing like how cool it was when I was a kid, just having fun and enjoying the air and just doing all sorts of things. I miss it so much. I used to do the backflips on the concrete, standing back tucks. If you don't know, go check it out. But it's just so much I've done in my life, and going back to the time, when the way I used to be. Now I'm older. I'm 30 years old. I headed to success. I'm doing so many grateful things for right now. I'm doing so many amazing things in my life, and it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. I'll be making a website coming up. I'm gonna be in that plan, but let's get to it. So, okay, so going back to the Rapture Dream. So yeah, everybody was playing with their skateboards and stuff, and jumping on the curbs and all that. And I remember I was just like on my bike and riding just with the wind just going past my face as fast as I can, just like, and then all of a sudden, like, I just like disappeared or something. It was weird. It's like I disappeared. Now I remember I went into this place, this weird place, and it's just like another world or something. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it was like another world. And this world, it was like green and blue, but like dark blue and gray. But pretty, but like ugly. It was weird. And I remember I was just like, I got off my bike, and I was walking down this street. And as I was walking, I saw this enormous kingdom, like a castle, okay? And this castle was like 500 stories high, maybe 1,000 stories high. I don't know. It was so high. I was so scared because I was afraid if you drop out of that, you're dead. You die. You are gone. Bye-bye. You're dead. You commit suicide. You're dead. And I remember I saw some bullies that were over there, and they were doing this crazy thing where they got to the top of the castle at the hole where you could die, and they were jumping down, and like there was like this board on the right that like it was like a white sliding board, and they jumped and they like did like a glide with their shoes, and then they jumped down off the ledge in the castle, and they jumped and they landed with their shoes sliding down the board all the way down, and they lived. And I was like, what? And this is the part where levitation comes into possibility, right? And at the same time this happened, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this is what's going on right now. This is what's happening. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, only way I could survive this if I were to levitate. Only levitate. That's it. And I remember that I was so scared. I was so afraid because I had my parents. They were telling me, okay, we could go up here. We could go to this castle. We could go up to the top. You're not going to die. God's with you. And that's what this is about. This is about trust with Jesus. And I was afraid because I was so scared I was going to die, right? And at the same time, you know, from everything that was going on, from the time, and we're going to go back to this, how I got there, first I was going back to the school. Now, may I remind you, there was a friend that I knew that was doing the same thing with his shoes. And he like jumped and like glided and like did a board slide with his shoes and like slid with his shoes like a grind, like on the wall, like shh, and then he jump off. It was like a skateboard, but it was vice versa with shoes. And he was like, show all these tricks. He's like, hey bro, check this out. And he jump in the air, it's like doo doo. He jump his shoes, and he go down the rails. And then I tried it, and I ate crap. I flipped and did a front flip and landed on my feet and then rolled on the concrete. It's crazy. But like, yeah, I was like, what the heck? How are you doing this? He's like, I defy gravity. I defy gravity. He like jumped in the air, he levitated for like 5 seconds. So this is what happens. So here's the kid, right? He goes up, he goes like this, he just defies gravity, and he's doing this. That's what I saw. I'm like, okay, you just levitated for like 5 seconds in the air. How are you defying gravity? He's like, oh, we can be anything in the world. As long as we got God, as long as we got Jesus, we can do anything. God's with me. God just levitates me in the air. And whoosh, that's it. And this thought goes back to my head. I'm like, okay, this makes so much sense because I know in the Bible that Moses was able to stick his staff in the water and turn it to blood, right? And I know he was able to turn a staff into a snake. And I also know he was able to part the sea. How did he do those things? Because the power of God. And I was thinking, if Jesus could allow Moses to do these kind of things to protect the people from the Pharaoh, then imagine what he could do to a human being. And this is not any evil stuff. No, this is real, like life, love, light, prosperity. This is powers that's of Jesus. You know, these are gifts from the Lord. And I was going back, and I remember I was being chased by a dog, and I was trying, and there's this big fence, this big white wooden fence, and the dog was coming after me, chasing me, and I grabbed, and I'm like this, I'm like, oh, and it's up in the air, and I'm like going like this, and I'm going like this, and I'm like, oh, and he's like, and I'm like getting like this, right, and my shoulder is protecting myself like this, I'm like this, right, I'm protecting myself from my shoulder like this, and my elbows like this, and I'm like this, right? And I'm throwing him off of me, and I got him like this, and I'm chucking him, right? And I kicked him like that, right? And I'm back up, right? And then the dog comes back to me, and I'm like, boom, 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 right? And then I take him, and I push him out, right? And then he comes back, and I'm climbing up the wooden thing like this. I'm like, 1, 2, 3, and I'm at the top, and the wooden thing is about to break. And then the dog is about to die, right? And we're about, may I remind you, we're about a good couple couple feet high, about 10 feet, maybe about 10 feet high. So if you fall, you die too. So the ledge is breaking, the brick wall, the bricks are falling. You can hear the sound going like straight down, right? And I'm up and I'm holding on like this. I'm holding on. The dog's like trying to bite me, like arr, 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 arr. And I'm like, boom, arr, boom. And I take the dog and I slam him down on my knee real hard. I throw him down and he dies. I get out of there because he almost killed me. So I snap the dog. He drops down. He dies. I get out. I get on the top of the roof and I start running, right? And as I'm running, it goes back to that same place. And then I disappear again. I teleport and I'm back to this castle. This big, wide, weird, green, gray, pink, orange, dark blue castle, right? And everyone's jumping down this thing at the top of the ledge, right? At the skyline. That's at the skyline, and you see these lights going like this, and it's like the end of the world. And you see like this big white orb shooting up in the sky, like everything white. Everything white, like a big white orb. It's like, if you go up there, you dead in a second. You die. You die. That's it. It's crazy. And then I look up and I see Jesus. I see Jesus right there, right at the top, and he's levitating in the air. And he's like, my son, I'm with you. And I was so scared. I I didn't know what to do. So I remember these kids are jumping down this 1,000-story high balcony, right? At the castle. They're jumping down like that, and they're jumping and they're sliding, and this is what it looked like. Okay, so this is the Gatorade, right? So imagine this is the balcony, okay? I'm gonna have to actually do a visualization of what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm gonna use I'll what I'm talking about so you can see what I'm talking about. I'll do it in the video so you can see what I'm talking about. But basically, they're here. The balcony's here, and the kids are going like this. Right? And I'm like, man, if I go up there, I'm going to die. So the thing is, they got this elevator, and this elevator goes like, like a radio, right? I remember hearing this tune. And like I said, there's all these tunes in my Rapture dreams, right? And this tune, it was like, dun, 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 So I'm hearing this, right? And the Lord's like, jump, 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 right? And the Lord's right with me. He's like, my son, I'm with you. Jump. And I'm thinking, why would the Lord tell me to jump off of a balcony? To jump off a balcony that I could die on. But then something happened. It's like, it was weird, because just before I jumped, the Lord appeared behind me. And I felt something going in my body, like the Holy Spirit. And I felt my shoulders shrug up like this, like electricity. And when I jumped, it was like a platform was in the air before I dropped. And I levitated like this. And I remember my legs went up, and I felt, it was fun. It was fun. I was floating in midair at 1,000 stories high in the middle of the sky. Everyone's like, this is impossible. How is he levitating? This is impossible. No, I don't believe it. No. And one kid jumped off. He died. because he didn't jump on the board. You're supposed to jump on the board to slide down. He died. It was very sad, but he died. And you're just like, ah! Boom. You can hear the slam. The sound was so nasty. It was just so bad. And I'm like levitating in the air like this. And you can imagine how scary that'd be. You imagine you're 1,000 acres in the sky. You're 1,000 stories high and you're floating in the midair and no one else can save you. No one else can do anything. You're just there and it's just you, your mind, your body, your skills, your focus, and your talent, right? And most importantly, the power that you have with Jesus. And the Lord just says, trust in me. That's it. That's all he said. He said, just trust in the Lord. Trust in me. And all I could think about was Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And as I said that, the Lord just like levitated me down and I just started going like this. Like this. In the air, just like levitating like this. All the way down. And I just going like down like this. And my head is spinning. I'm scared. I'm afraid I'm going to die. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm floating in the air 1,000 stories high. And I'm going like this. And as I'm halfway down from the castle and people are dying and trying to do this and they can't because it's impossible, I guess I was the possibility, which is why I'm the Possibility Pro 235, which it just everything adds up. And then my name is Tsunami to warn people, and then I'm a Christian rapper at the same time. It's like a lot to do with what Jesus wants in life. So as I'm levitating, I remember just before I hit the ground, a memory sparks up in my mind and in my brain. And I remember going back to the time when I was at my house and there was that gate. And I remember hearing that music in the background. And I remember just looking out and seeing the flowers and seeing the grass and seeing the wide view, the Versailles view, and the kids playing and everything. And just going back to the time of just having fun, and then going with my friends and being in the car and they're taking care of me and we're getting food, and then I'm spending it at their house. I mean, I just remember all these memories going back to me. And at the same time, as I'm coming down, that same song goes down. And why this is going, you got to hear people screaming, people crying, like, I'm gonna die. And it gets and it gets settled. And that's just right when the closer the music got louder, as I got more focused and the levitation took more part of me, and I started to feel myself like completely, like not like I didn't even feel like the physical realm. Like I felt like I was control of everything. Like there's the whatever, the matrix, whatever it is, man, it was like I was control of everything. It was like I was using my powers, and I was using the power that was inside me, but I was using it through Jesus. Like, but it wasn't me. It was Jesus that was taking control of my body. It was Jesus that let me levitate. It was him that gave me the gift to do it. It was like the touch of light. It was like light that went in my body and like transformed me into this possibility that Jesus only allowed. This only happened because Jesus allowed it. And is this possible in real life? I believe that Jesus is trying to tell me something, because there's no way I could have been 1,000 stories high, levitating in the sky, and levitating from the top to the bottom. And this is a dream I've always wanted. This is a goal I've always wanted to be able to do, to be able to go to the top building, the highest building in the world, and levitate from the top to the bottom. And maybe this is a sign from Jesus. I don't know. But what I can tell you is I'm the possibility. And I do know that my name is Tsunami. And I do know that I am a prophet of God. I do know my name is Nathan. So everything connects the dots. So it's just crazy. And at the same time, is I'm finally about to land, and my feet set completely down on the ground, evenly and safely. I remember looking up at the sky, and looking at the skyline of the castle. I'm like, dude, I could have died. And I just remember going like this and walking out the door, and then the Lord just disappears. And then I get in my car or whatever, my bike, and I'm off. And then the rapture dream ends. And it was just the craziest rapture dream. I've never had a rapture dream like this. And I got other rapture dreams too. And I know you guys are a huge fan of the rapture dreams, and you're huge fans of my no damage runs and stuff. And I see that, and thank you. Also for the deathless run. But I'm just saying, man, it just goes to show you got to trust in the Lord, man. You got to trust in the Lord with all your heart. No matter how hopeless a situation is, Jesus is there. This is what this means. He is there. He could do it if he wants. If he wanted to levitate you, he's God. He can do it. He can do it. If you want to do telekinesis and move something with your mind, I'm not saying move it with your mind, but I'm saying if it came to it, if it was an emergency, only an emergency crisis, something happened. If it was a time where you know you're scared and there's no way out, Jesus can help you do it. It happens. You know, we're more powerful than we think we are. You know, we're not like a machine, but we're more capable of what is possible in ourselves. But it's not through the physical, it's through the spirit, and it's through Jesus. So if you read your word, who knows, he could give you a gift to do something like that. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is what's possible and what happened to me. And I've never had a rapture dream like this. This is definitely a sign to the world and to everybody to let you know that Jesus could do this to you. He could do this to you in real life. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is this was real. This was real. This was real. This wasn't no fake. This was real. People were dying. And I can tell you, you know, I've had the experiences with all that stuff before, but let me tell you, this was crazy and very scary. You gotta imagine you go into a castle, there's 1,000 stories high, and if you drop, you die. You imagine that. You got an elevator going like this, all the way to the top. Don't you be scared? Heck yeah, you'd be scared. But you know you need Jesus, you need God, right? So it's Jesus that protected me. So that's all I was wanted to say. I was just saying, it was a crazy rapture dream. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna be uploading this. I gotta edit the video and everything, and put that the edits and stuff in it. I am no longer with madpop.com. Just want to let you know. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm no longer with them. I don't like them. They're messed up people, and the devil tried to get me to sign to them, and I'm glad that I walked the other way, because I'm not a part of that, not at all, and I never will be. There's some really nice things they did for me, and I'm always grateful for that. But there's just some things that someone else, of a woman, that chose to go too far and beyond my life, causing drama, complete drama, where I almost made a diss track on her. But I'm nice enough to not do that, and I just let it go, and I'm just done. But it just goes to show that in life, you can't always trust everybody. You have to look and see what Jesus has for you. And the gifts are there. The light is there. His love is there. But you must always receive the Holy Spirit. You must always know that his word is there, right? So that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this rapture dream. This was crazy. Please be sure to check out my new song, Special Girl. I know it's under a different name. It's Tsunami 244 TSUMAMII 244. I know it's stupid, but that's just that's just the company. They messed up with the typo, so it went out that way. I think it's already at 900 streams or something, so let's get that up. As well as new merch. You can find that here too. New merch. Also working on some new merch for the peanut butter merch. I'm also on Likey too. You can check that over here. Follow me on there. Just doing a lot of great things. And I just want to say thank you for joining the Tsunami team. I love you all. And remember, if you're doing a damage run, take it seriously. Don't mess around. Enough time, patient, folks. I'm the Possibility Pro 235. And anything else I can think about before I end this video? Um, nope. That should be it. All right. Take care.